Hey everyone, it's Heather Nichols for Tailored Expressions. I'm so excited to introduce you to the new Scattered Blooms card making kit. Let's take a look at what's included in the kit. All of our kits come in a vinyl zippered bag with a custom sticker so you can store everything together. The star of this kit is the Scattered Blooms layering stencil set. There are 5 stencils that create a beautiful floral design. The Scattered Blooms cutting plate can cut out all of the stenciled flowers at one time and add beautiful details. Or you can use this die on its own. The Big Hugs die is perfect for adding a larger sentiment to your projects. And the Insider's Scattered Blooms panels are perfect for adding a heartfelt sentiment to the inside of your cards. Panels are also available to purchase outside of the kit. Also available to purchase outside of the kit are the Scattered Blooms envelope seals, the Big Hugs backer die, which coordinates with the Big Hugs die in the kit, and Foil-It Scattered Blooms panels. Here are other supplies that I used to create the projects I'm sharing. For ink, I used mango and candy corn, confetti cake and cookie monster, Granny Smith and Peapod, and guava. I'm using bitty blender brushes for my stenciling, Pixie Spray to hold my stencils in place, the Pierced Circles cutting plate, Sugar Cube enamel dots, Chocolate Truffle liquid watercolor, Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white ink, and a water brush for splatters. And I'm also using a few foam adhesives and multi-medium matte. I'm starting off creating with the stencils. I've got Pixie Spray that I will spray on the back of my stencils to hold them in place. I'll start with layer 1, and I've got a 6x6 piece of Sugar Cube cardstock. I'm stenciling this first layer with mango ink using my bitty blender brush, and I'm moving my bitty blender brush in both a clockwise and counterclockwise direction to fill in all of the openings on the stencil. Next, for a touch of shading, I'm using candy corn ink, and I'm applying that to the centers of the flowers really lightly. I'm also making sure that I blend into the square guides so that the next layers line up perfectly. I'm taking that first stencil off, and now let's move on to layer number 2. Line up layer number 2 using the square guides that you stenciled on layer number 1. I'm using confetti cake ink to stencil this second layer. I added shading to this layer as well, this time using Cookie Monster ink, and doing the same thing I did on the first layer by applying the ink lightly to the centers of the flowers. Layer number 3 is the leaves. Again, line these up using the square guides, and then I am stenciling this layer first with Granny Smith ink. For shading on this layer, I used Peapod ink, adding just a touch at the base of each leaf. Here's what our design looks like so far after layer number 3, and now let's move to layer number 4, and this layer adds little flowers in between all of the larger flowers. I stenciled this layer using Guava ink. The final layer is the flower centers for the flowers that you stenciled with layer 1 and layer 2. For the flowers that I stenciled with mango ink, I did the flower centers using candy corn ink. And then for the flowers that I stenciled with confetti cake ink, I added the flower centers with Cookie Monster ink. Here's a look at the finished stencil design. I just love how this turned out. This next step is optional, but I love adding splatters to my projects. I'm using Chocolate Truffle liquid watercolor and Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white ink. I'm picking up the color with my water brush, and then I'll tap the brush over my finger to add splatters to the design. Now I have 2 stenciled panels here. I'm going to use one as is for one of my projects, and the other one I'm going to cut out the flowers using the Scattered Blooms cutting plate. The die has square guides that will match up with the square guides that you stenciled with the design. The die not only cuts out all of the flowers and leaves at the same time, but also adds impressed details. You can also use the cutting plate on its own to create flowers for your projects. I'm cutting out flowers to use on one of my projects using mango, Peapod, Granny Smith, guava, and confetti cake cardstock. Here's a look at all the different ways that you can create flowers with this kit. You can create the stenciled flower background, you can cut out the stenciled flowers with the cutting plate, or you can cut out flowers just using the cutting plate and plain cardstock. For sentiments on my cards, I'm using the Big Hugs die. I cut out the word hugs from confetti cake cardstock multiple times. For one of my projects, I cut out the Big Hugs backer die from Vellum. I adhered several of the hugs together, stacked up to create a more dimensional sentiment, and one of the hugs I added to that vellum backer. Now let's put these cards together. Off camera, I impressed the sugar cube cardstock on the 2 cards on the left with the pierced circles cutting plate. I also impressed the pierced circles cutting plate into my stenciled design. I'm starting with the card in the center, adhering the hugs down with multi-medium matte. Then I'm adding the larger flowers with foam adhesive to pop them up. Then I'll arrange the smaller flowers and leaves around the large flowers and adhere everything in place. For the card on the right, which is the stenciled design, impressed with the pierced circles cutting plate, I'm adhering the sentiment with the vellum backer using multi-medium matte. For the card on the left, I created sort of a pattern of flowers on the bottom half of the card. For the larger flowers, I layered a few of the smaller and larger flowers together to create a more dimensional look, and then I'm adhering those with foam adhesive. Next, I'll arrange the smaller flowers and the leaves around the larger flowers and adhere everything in place. The hugs word is added above the flowers using multi-medium matte. I trimmed the pieces with a pair of scissors that were overhanging on the edges, even with the background panel. I added each of the designs to a toffee card base. The final touch on my cards is a few sugar cube enamel dots scattered around each of the hugs words. Here is a closer look at the finished cards. There are so many ways that you can create with the Scattered Blooms card making kit. I hope the ideas I shared inspired your next crafty project. You can find the Scattered Blooms card making kit and the other products that I use to create my projects in the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks so much for joining me, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our crafty videos.